What is going on, everybody? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So NIO stock has been selling off. Is it time to sell NIO, panic out of it, and just dump all your shares? Is it time to buy NIO stock? Maybe we should stay away from NIO stock. I want to talk about all of those different questions, those topics in today's video, and break down my thoughts on NIO stock and what I am doing right now. And this is not so much a fundamental video. It's not focusing on the fundamentals of the company. I'm going to dive deeper into a technical breakdown. We're going to do some technical analysis here on NIO in this video. And the goal is to see where NIO stock could be going here in the short term. If we could play maybe a bounce from $55, maybe back to $70 plus. Those are a couple of things I want to talk about today. So if you guys find value, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, get yourself 4 stocks from WeBull and $30 from M1 Finance. All of those are free, and you could also get into the Discord chat and the Facebook group. Those are also free, and all of those are linked right down below in the description box. So what you guys are looking at right here is NIO stock. And there was one event, it actually happened last Saturday on January 9th. Most of you, if not all of you, know this event. And this event was called NIO Day, right? An event where they go over a lot of new things coming to the company, new upgrades to the company, new vehicles, batteries, new ideas for the future, right? And those are exciting days. Like we've seen with Tesla Day, that's very exciting. The stock typically rallies into these days. And what happens after, guys? And we mentioned this before on the channel, a lot of the time, these stocks end up selling off after these events. Kind of the hype dies down. Have you guys heard of it's kind of like buy the hype, sell the news, or buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation, right? The stock runs up into a big event. Then after that, it's like, okay, we see the releases, the company's doing all the new cool stuff, and the stock kind of dies down a bit. The hype dies down a little bit. And that, honestly, in my opinion, opens up sometimes good buying opportunities. And here we're looking at NIO, and we have to determine if this is a good buying opportunity based on the technicals. So before we break down what's going on in these past couple of days, what's been going on, let's just take a look at the overall trend here on NIO. And it shouldn't be a surprise, NIO has gone bananas. It's gone crazy ever since back in the month of May, where it was trading right over $3. It's been on an uptrend, right? Riding all these moving averages, the 180 SMA, 50 SMA, and we've been hitting higher highs, higher lows, all that good stuff, right? Needless to say, the bulls have been in charge. And what we saw back here in November, that rally got a little bit exhausted. I mean, we went from $26 all the way to about $60 from October to November. So this thing literally tripled almost. It doubled. It kind of did a 2.5x there. And the rally got exhausted, and we ended up seeing a pretty drastic correction. If you guys remember, NIO went from $58, almost $60, all the way down to $38, which was much more than a bear market. You guys know a bear market is whenever a stock drops 20% from its peak. NIO went down 35% from its peak. And you guys can see during that time period, we can zoom in a bit, it was kind of looking like a little head and shoulder action. You guys can see the left shoulder here. When the trend got exhausted, that is where the stock made the head, right, in the head and shoulder pattern. And on this part right here is where it made the right shoulder. And let me just redraw this so you guys can see it. I have 2 separate circles here. I don't know why. It should be just one. But what you guys can see here is the right shoulder. And that is where we sold off to about $39. Again, that is where it bottomed out. And from there, we exploded. And you guys can see as we did explode after that 39 level, we went straight to $59, $60 plus, which again is where the head in that head and shoulder pattern resistance was. So that was a pretty good sign, seeing that explosion out of there. And as we did break out, I mean, we actually covered this on the channel a couple weeks ago, which is why you guys can see the circles right here in my analysis. We saw an inverse head and shoulder, right? We had the original head and shoulder, then we had the inverse head and shoulder, the left shoulder here, the head, and the right shoulder. and that's when we broke out. So this played out beautifully. The head and shoulder played out beautifully, and then the inverse head and shoulder played out beautifully as it completed right at about $55, $54. And I was telling you guys, 54 breaks into NIO day, that is where we're going to go to $60 plus. And we talked about that last week before NIO day, and we kind of called this out. I don't want to toot my own horn. I don't like doing that, but we kind of called this out in a sense where we knew it was going to rally into NIO day. We didn't know, but we had we were pretty certain, let's put it that way, right? We had the confidence it was, and we understood how it was going to drop afterwards. Potentially we might see a sell-off. That's what we were thinking, a lot of us, right, guys? And we were talking about that here on the channel. And now finally, let's take a look at what it's been doing kind of after NIO day, so you guys can kind of get my perspective, because we broke down what happened before a couple months ago leading into that rally up to $59. But let's break down now what is going on in real time as I'm filming this video, with about an hour and 30 minutes left here on Friday, January 15th in 2021. So what you guys are seeing on this 5-day 5-minute is the descending triangle playing out, right? And let me redraw this for you guys. You kind of can see it right here. We were downtrending, making lower highs into the support of $60. We held $60 back on the 11th of January, on the 12th of January, right? We held it on, this was the 14th of January, yesterday. So we were holding that support, but at the same time, we were downtrending into it, squeezing deeper and deeper and closer into that support level. And the idea of a descending triangle, and if you guys don't know what that pattern is, Google it, and you'll see exactly what I'm showing you right here. The idea of it is it's ultimately going to break out, right? Or not on the upside. It's going to break down, rather, into the downside. And that's exactly what happened with NIO. It broke 60, and today we saw it collapse down to about $56, and it's still not really breaking out of the downtrend quite yet. In fact, as I'm filming this video, real-time action, we're struggling right under that 50 SMA on this 5-day 5-minute. And by the looks of it, guys, it could be gunning for the lows here of the day, which could be anywhere from 56.30 to about 56.20. So for the rest of the day, and if you guys are watching this video, you can look back and see what actually happened. But for the rest of this day, what I'm doing here in real time is I'm going to watch and see, will NIO take the lows out, which means the bears are still in charge, or is NIO going to somehow bottom at $57 maybe and close on an upswing? And that would be interesting, because that would be putting us right at that 180 SMA resistance here on the 5-day 5-minute chart, which would also need to break. And ultimately, guys, for this trend to reverse back to the upside, because right now, again, the bears are in charge in this time frame, the 5-day 5-minute, for this to reverse to the upside, honestly, I think $60 needs to break fully, and you could wait for that confirmation to maybe build a position in NIO. You could get in here, and honestly, guys, I bought some NIO today. I'll be completely honest. I bought shares earlier in the day at 57.25 roughly, so I actually have a position being built, a swing position being built, and I am in before the downtrend is fully broken out of, but I'm okay with that because I'm in with a small position and I'm looking to add more into it, and I might even average down if necessary. And taking a look here back on the 4-hour chart, another big level to watch out for, which it seems like it's holding right now, but we'll see with about an hour and 30 minutes left in the session. Watch this level, the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. This is a pretty big spot. I mean, you guys can see we already took out 60 like we just talked about, and 59, which was that all-time high back in November, so that's not good. So we're already, again, continuing the downtrend on the smaller time frames, and I think if this 50 SMA breaks at 57, which it already looks like it is at 56, 57, if that breaks, I could see NIO sliding maybe down to about $54. $54 was a resistance back in the middle of November and in the end of November. Also, it was a resistance in the beginning of January, literally this year, about 10 days ago. It was a resistance. So I think if 57 breaks, again, we might be going 54. And I saw people talking in the group chat today, the Discord chat. And by the way, make sure to get in there if you haven't done so already. It's free and linked down below. I saw people talking about how they think NIO could be going to $50 if this 54 level breaks. And honestly, I could see that as well. That would be putting it right at this 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. And at that point, guys, if it were to get to $50, and you guys saw the previous correction where it dropped about 35% we talked about earlier in this video, I don't think this drop would be as bad, but that would be a drop of 25%, which is still a bear market. That's if NIO were to go to down to about $50, which that is on the lower end of where I think it's going to go. Quite honestly, I don't think, I mean, it could get to 50 for a little bit, like an hour. Sometimes you guys see these flash crashes in stocks like NIO where they drop very quickly. I mean, I could see it get down maybe to 50 very quickly, but I think ultimately it's going to recover and hold anywhere above 53 to 54. That's just my honest opinion. And again, I'm in at 57.25, and I'd probably add more to it at 54 if it were to get there, and probably even more at 52. So we'll see what happens, guys. That is my opinion. Those are things that I'm doing. I wouldn't panic right now by any stretch of the imagination, guys. This is very healthy a stock, and a lot of people that just got into the market these past 6 months, this past year, guys, I've been in the market not like some other people that have been in it for 15, 20 years, but I've been in the market for like 6, 7 years at this point, at least, probably even more than that. And I've seen boring markets, and a lot of people that get into the market now with all this craziness, all the SPACs, all the EVs that are tripling, doubling, they think all the market is stocks going up. And the truth is that's not the case. A lot of the time, pullbacks are great. I mean, I welcome them a lot. I like pullbacks, and they're healthy, guys. So don't freak out. Don't panic. Again, I'm looking to buy into this one heavier if it goes lower. Now, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What are you doing right now? Are you buying NIO, selling it? Are you waiting? Are you on the sidelines? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord chat. It's free. The Facebook group is also free. And you know what else is free, guys? You probably know the M1 Finance link. You get $30 for free, and the WeBull link, which is for free stocks valued up to $1,600, and both of those are linked down below. And again, they're free, guys. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching again, and yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video.